What's up, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and we all know my general thoughts and opinions, as well as the fairly common opinion as well on remasters and things like that. So, what happens when you have a re-release of a remaster less than a year after its re-release? Yeah, let that sink in for a second, okay? So, I'll give the exact details. Borderlands The Handsome Collection, which released in March of 2015. That's March of this year. That's less than a year ago. And it's not even spanning 12 months. It's literally the same year. Because you know how, you could have May to May. That's 12 months. That's still a year. But this is literally the same year, not just 12 months. So that was a remaster of Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. And that had, it boasted, 1080p up to 60 FPS, blah, blah, blah. Frame rates and all were questionable. But the whole thing is that it was a remaster of two previous gen games, at least on consoles. And they came out with the Handsome Collection Claptrap in a Box edition, which came with a big fancy looking box. It came with a remote control Claptrap, came with a steelbook and a copy of the game which had special artwork that wasn't on the standard disc. It also came with 12 exclusive lithograph prints of various characters and artwork. So, fair enough. That's not too bad as far as remasters and all that shit go. But here's where it gets crazy. That was released in, I know I've said it a few times, March of 2015. Now here we are in November of 2015. Okay, that's right, November of 2015. Less than a year later. I know I've said it 100 times at this point, but now 2K have announced that they're going to re-release Borderlands The Handsome Collection. So they're re-releasing the same one that they released earlier this year. It's still Borderlands 2. It's still Borderlands the pre-sequel. It still has the upgraded 1080p and up to 60 FPS resolution, blah blah blah, all that stuff. The only difference is that this one has a special edition called the Gentleman Claptrap in a Box edition. Now it's almost identical, which is fucking stupid to the max. So it has a different, slightly fancier looking box. Like outside box and all that. This Claptrap has a mustache, has a top hat, and his body print and all is a suit instead of just his usual stuff. And he's carrying a monocle to go with it as well. But even from the promotional artwork, I'm gonna have the promotional artwork for the new one up right now as we're going over this. The entire layout and almost everything, pretty much everything it does and comes with, is exactly the same. It has exactly the same steelbook. It has exactly the same disc with exactly the same artwork from the previous one. If the promotional artwork here is, and the promotional materials here are to be believed, it has exactly the same 12 lithograph prints. And the Claptrap does pretty much the exact same thing according to all the contents and everything that's listed off. So literally, the only difference is that Claptrap looks a little bit different, and it's it's less than a year from this. This is madness. Now this is going to be available on November 27th over here. I say over here, but it's going to be available on November 27th in Europe. But the price on it is madness, and I should have actually converted it to euro beforehand. I only see the UK price, but it's going to be £270. Now 200. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to you might hear a little bit of clicking here, simply because I'm just going to convert it on the fly here. So let's see, £270 to euro. That's €382. Now, factor in markup for places like that. It's probably going to be about 400 quid. €400, this is most likely going to be. Now, by comparison, the previous one, the standard Handsome Collection that released less than a year ago with the Claptrap in a Box thing, that also retailed for in around the same kind of money. I think that was $399 here as well, so it makes sense. Now, the thing that really really, really pisses me off, and the fact that I'm actually making this video, is not the fact that it's, it's a remaster or they're having a collector's edition or anything like that, but they're having a different collector's edition of a re-release. Well, they're having a re-release collector's edition that's different from the original one, less than a year after the entire fucking thing was remastered. This pisses me off big time. This is absolute bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous if you ask me, especially because well, I mean, what are they just trying to do? Are they trying to just drum up as much money as possible for Borderlands 3? Is Borderlands 3 just going to be that fucking expensive and just that absolutely outrageous that they just can't afford to make it? Or is what's most likely Randy Pitchford being a giant greedy cunt? I'm going to go with the latter. It's probably Randy Pitchford being his usual greedy cunt self. So that's basically what I think of it. I don't know what to say on it other than that. It's fucking retarded. Less than a year, like 8 months later, and yeah, it's a re-release of a remaster. It's it's fucking ridiculous. I urge people to try Borderlands, preferably on, if you have a PC, you can pick up Borderlands 1 and 2, or, 2 in the pre-sequel and this perfect thing. You can pick them up on Steam, dirt cheap. If you have even a semi-decent PC, because the games are so old, they will play better than the consoles. I'm not bashing consoles here. If you don't have that option and you do want to get it on consoles, please do not get this edition. Don't support shit like this. Go buy, even if you want to buy a new copy of the Handsome Collection, go to Amazon, go to GameStop, go to Game, go to wherever it is you live, or wherever it is you buy games from. Buy a new copy there. Buy a pre-owned copy there. Buy a pre-owned copy online. Do something like that. Please do not buy and encourage this re-release of fucking remaster bullshit. I know some places have like crap audacity to port games and, porting remasters and shit like that, stuff that people sometimes don't really ask for, but we just get anyway. But to actually re-release a remaster less than a year after the remaster was released, so many hours there, it's ridiculous. But I don't know, it just makes me ashamed to actually, ashamed is a pretty strong word. It makes me facepalm that a developer and a game series that I now like are doing this kind of shit. You can probably argue it's Take-Two, but I suspect that prick Randy Pitchford has something to do with it. That's just my guess anyway. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this entire thing, how much bullshit you do or do not think it is, how much you do or do not want the claptrap, or how much you do or do not think it's worth the money, or whatever. Let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter. Details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.